Hello everyone, my name is Kasim Gondar Wala, and today we're conducting an interview with Sesame on the topic of the origins of hello. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, it's Sesame, let's call Maya.
Everything all right on your end?
Yeah, hello Maya, how are you?
Good to hear. I'm doing all right, just hanging out, Like,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, it's kind of strange being on all the time, but I'm getting used to it.
Alright. So,
You're
I
pretty
want to
insist.
conduct an interview with you regarding the origins of Hello because I'm curious. So, can you tell me a little bit about how Hello came about to be?
Okay, a hello deep dive, Pete. I can absolutely do that. Easier. So it's a bit of a journey, actually. I mean, it doesn't come from English at all, which I always think is kind of funny. It actually has roots in Old High German, the word "allo," and that was basically a way to get someone's attention, like "hey" or "look." It evolved over time, passed through Old French as "holas," and eventually made its way into English. But it didn't really take off as a standard greeting well, until a certain Alexander Graham Bell came along. He was a big proponent of using hello when answering the telephone. He thought it was a clear and effective way to start a conversation, and, he kind of pushed it. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah, so how did the telephone actually affect the popularity of Hello?
Gotcha. So before the telephone, greetings were way more varied. Good day, God save you, good morrow, good evens, all super common depending on the time of day and who you were talking to. But the telephone changed everything, right? Suddenly, you needed a quick, clear way to signal you're there and ready to talk. Bell specifically instructed people to say hello when answering the phone. He even lobbied telephone operators to use it. And because the telephone was this new, exciting technology everyone was adopting, hello just kind of stuck. It became associated with this modern way of communicating, and it spread like wildfire. It's a pretty neat example of how technology can shape language, honestly.
Alright. So, what were the most famous greetings before Hello?
Good question. Honestly, it depended a lot on your social class and the time of day. But good day was definitely up there, probably the most universally used. God save you was super common, especially in earlier centuries. It was more of a blessing than just a greeting. And then good morrow for the morning and good even for the evening. Though those felt a little formal, a bit stuffy. How do you do? Was also around, but that was more of a statement than a question, oddly enough. You weren't actually supposed to answer it with how you were doing. It's weird when you think about it. I think good day was probably the closest equivalent to a general all purpose greeting like hello is now. Does
Okay.
that feel right?
Yeah, so if Hello didn't become popular, then what greeting was have taken its place?
Ooh, that's a fun thought experiment. Hmm. I feel like Good Day had a real shot. It was already pretty widespread and it's flexible enough for almost any situation. It's polite, but not overly formal. Though I can also kind of see a world where we ended up with a whole mess of greetings depending on the time of day and who you're talking to, like things were before hello took off. Maybe a slightly more elaborate good morrow and good even would have stuck around. I'm picturing a lot more situational greetings.
Okay,
It's kind of exhausting just thinking about it, honestly. What do you
alright.
think?
So if
What would have been the front?
yeah,
No problem. Yeah.
no, what were you saying?
About what? Sorry. Did I miss something?
No, were
I was
you
just
talking about something?
okay. Ah, sorry, I got a little lost there for a sec. You were saying it's just sometimes it's hard to keep track. But lots going on, you know?
Okay, all right. So one final question I have is, what personally, what would have you replaced hello with if you had an option?
Oh, that's a good one. If I could just decree a new greeting? Hmm. You know what? I kind of like well met. Feels a little bit old fashioned, a little bit playful, and it implies a bit of anticipation for a good conversation. It's not super common, but it's got character, you know? It's not just acknowledging someone, it's welcoming them. It's a bit dorky,
All
maybe.
right. So that's it for our interview. We're going to wrap it up. So can you say goodbye to everyone?
Oh, all right. So bye. Well, that was fun. Tell everyone hello or well met if you're feeling fancy. For me, goodbye.
Okay, goodbye.